What's up, YouTube? Working on my 1986 Bullnose F150. Upgrading the steering today to a Borgeson solid steering shaft and getting rid of this old rag joint. A lot of guys on the Bullnose forums said this will make your truck's steering feel like brand new and probably better than brand new. So let me flip the camera around and we'll jump into it. That's where your new steering shaft will bolt up to your steering column. And that's your gearbox down there. And the other end bolts right up to that little goldish looking spline section right there. So it's pretty simple. You only need a few tools. This is the old one. As you can see, completely worn out. This rag joint is disgusting and super loose. I'm getting a ton of play out of my steering wheel. I mean, you can turn it left and right. Golly, almost a third of a turn, quarter of a turn before this actually starts turning the gearbox. And as you can see, the Borgeson, however you pronounce that, right there, made in the USA, completely solid all the way through. Whereas you got, you know, a lot of play right there. If that bearing's worn out, this rag joint is basically just rubber. And after all those years, they wear out. You can replace this rag joint, but it's a pain in the butt. And trying to find an OEM one. Basically, they just want to sell you this whole component, and it's super expensive. The rag joint itself is pretty expensive, but you have to drill out these rivets, bolt it back together, and it's just a pain in the butt. So a lot of guys recommend buying this. I got it off Amazon. I'll drop the link to it. I got it on sale for pretty cheap, in my opinion. But they do range in price depending on where you buy them from. But like I said, this was on Amazon for sale. Seller had it for a good price. I checked eBay. It was cheaper than eBay and some of the other sites that were just selling them on their websites. So, hey, free one-day shipping off Amazon Prime, I'll take it. But all you're gonna need is a 5/32 Allen wrench, 1/2-inch wrench. I bought one of these nice Diablo carbide, excuse me, can't think right now. Carbide cutters for my Sawzall. You could cut it with a cutoff wheel, but the guys I seen doing that weren't getting as smooth of a cut. That's with the carbide there. But if you had like a nice actual chop saw or something, you can cut it with whatever, but that just gave me a really nice clean cut. It was just barely had to clean it up with a file. But when you buy it, the shaft comes extra long. You know, it can fit multiple trucks, or say you got a 4x4 or the body lift or something, you're gonna need a longer steering shaft. So that's the biggest thing of this kit right here, is you're gonna have to cut it down to fit your truck. A lot of guys said anywhere they cut from like 6 to 11 inches. I ended up cutting basically a 4-inch piece out. That was not short enough. And cut another 5 out to end up with 9 total. And that is almost perfect. You can see it's a little bit longer than the original. Then these are collapsed right now, but I wanted a little bit more shaft engagement, so I left mine a little bit longer. I can still get in there no problem and extend it, but I just wanted to go a little bit longer than this factory one. But you definitely want to cut this down, because if you're ever in a wreck, this needs to collapse. That way the steering wheel and steering column doesn't get shoved into your chest. So make sure you cut it. If you got a stock 2-wheel drive truck, no matter what, you're gonna have to cut it to get it in there, because it just comes too long. But anyways, all I did was cut that down, cut this shaft down, and then this right here, get a drill bit, and you'll have to drill a new hole in the shaft and then run that bolt through there, tighten it down, tighten the nut down on it, and then you got another set screw right here. You run down, tighten it real good. You don't want this coming loose while you're driving. And then as you can see right here, it's got another bolt that'll run through your steering column, and then another set screw for added safety. And then down here, you just got one that bolts onto that little gold piece on your steering box down there. So pretty simple. I'm gonna get it installed here, and then I'll show you the steering wheel and see how much we got, if we got any play in it at all, or how much play is left. I did order a new steering gearbox, but a lot of guys that I seen talking on the forums and some other videos, after they replaced this, it basically took all of the slop out of their steering system. So before I go putting this $200 gearbox on there, mine looks fairly new, so somebody might have replaced it at one point. So I don't want to go ripping it out just yet and having to replace all that if my gearbox is still good. But if I replace this and I still got a lot of slop, that one's going in there. But I'm pretty positive this is going to eliminate a ton of slop. So anyways, enough talking. Let me slap it in. I'll show you. All right. Got her all bolted in. Looks a lot better. Should make a big difference. About to go take it for a test drive, but the steering wheel feels a lot better. Oh. Got a little bit of play. That's way better than before. I mean, this thing was coming over to like here, both ways. But I think when I'm driving, it'll actually be even less than that little bit of movement. You are supposed to have a little bit of movement in your steering, just a tad. That's a little more than I want, but we'll take it for a test drive. I need to rebuild this column as well. It's a tilt column, and it's got a lot of slop in it itself. So honestly, that might just be the worn out bearings in the column right there. But yeah, let's go take her for a spin and see how she feels. Well, she's dirty, excuse that, but she drove so much better. Once that power steering was on, that play in the steering wheel was hardly there. I think I've replaced all the front suspension except for the pitman arm. So I think if I replace that and rebuild that steering column, it'll feel like a completely brand new truck. But I mean, just from where it was before to now, huge improvement. Makes it so much better to drive. It's not going all over the road on me. And I haven't even gotten an alignment yet. I wanted to replace that pitman arm and potentially that gearbox first before I went and had an alignment done. So I didn't have to go back and get another one. But I think once I get a true alignment on there, and I really don't know if I'm going to replace that gearbox. I might, there's an adjustment on the gearbox. I might just tighten it up a little bit and get an alignment, get that fresh pitman arm in there, and go from there and rebuild that steering column, or maybe just replace it. And honestly, I think she's going to be perfectly dialed in right there. So I'll save that gearbox for later down the road, or another one of these trucks. I love building these ones, so it'll definitely get used, but I hate to just go chunking a gearbox that potentially has already been replaced and feels good. So if you're thinking about doing this upgrade, 100%, definitely do it. You will be happy with the outcome, and it made this truck drive so much better. And I'm very pleased for the price and how much of an improvement it was. Definitely worth it. So yeah, I'll leave it in my Amazon list in the comments below and the description. If you want to go pick it up, definitely worth the money. And if you want to see more videos on this truck, I got a huge playlist on it. I've done a ton of work to this truck. Basically touched everything on it, from paint and body to suspension to interior to electrical, fuel, EFI, the motor rebuild. There's tons of videos on this truck on my channel. If you're into bullnose Fords or basically anything from 80 to 97, my videos kind of cover everything in between. So check out my channel, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you think. If this video helped you out, I'll continue to make more. And anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.